I noticed the camera wasn't on, but basically I made my own blackening powder or spice, and it was peppercorns that I use a spice grinder to ground up, salt, cayenne pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, just a very tiny bit, and then I have a whole bunch of these cayenne peppers that I've roasted up, or not roasted, but let it dry. And when they dry, this one's still wet, but I had some dry ones, and I ground them up in here and made my own cayenne pepper. Add that in there. So blackening seasoning. Shake it up good. Alright, so I'm gonna make tomato cream basil pasta with some chicken in it. So I need to flatten my chicken out. I got a little container of water over here, and we want to lube up the surface. Get some cling wrap put down. Alright, got 2 chicken breasts that I've already cut all the fat off of, or all the parts you wouldn't want to eat, or a little piggy. So those are kind of wet already, but let's just put a little bit more water on this cellophane here. Put on top. There you go. A little bit on there. Basically, we just want it to be able to move around. The water adds like a lubrication, as you can see. Alright, grab a mallet. I always use a flat end. Basically, we just want to smash it down. This thicker part, we want it to be thinner. I'm going to blacken it, so I want it to have as much blackening on the outside so that I can, and not too much chicken on the inside. So I want it to be pretty thin. So smash. You can see how, since the cellophane is lubricated, it smashed some parts pretty bad. You don't want them too smashed. Not try and turn it into fibers. You know, you want to keep it together as you can, but just smash it down a little bit. So I got a really good thinness going on here. Gonna peel this back. I want to put on some of the blackening spices. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Alright, wash my hands, and the blackening seasoning that it's made up, I'll sprinkle it on there. Pretty good. Flip it over. A little bit more. Alright, then I got a cast iron skillet. Heating up on medium, a little bit medium high. This cast iron's been seasoned really well. Works perfect for blackening. Alright, I got this cast iron smoking hot. It's, you know, pretty much medium low, closer to medium, but it's smoking hot. Got the chicken breasts that I smashed down and pretty much even out. That's what you're doing. You're smashing them down to even them out so they'll cook all the same. Severely coated with my blackening spice, and I'm gonna drop it here in the pan. You don't need any lube because that's a well-oiled cast iron. You could try doing this on a non-stick, but you wouldn't be able to get the temperature up high enough to really blacken, but you still get a really good crust on there. Also, when this goes into the pasta, it's, the chicken, all the spices, because it looks like it's really heavily spiced, all those spices are going to go into the pasta and help mellow it out and add flavor to the pot, so it'll all even out. I know it seems insane. Cayenne pepper burns, and you can smell it right now, so we have a fan up and we're sucking air through the house because definitely it's something you want to maybe do outside on the grill. Alright, these cook just for a little bit. It's nice and smoky in here. I'm going to move to a new part of the pan. You can see how it's kind of slightly burned there, but that's not really blackened. I got it up higher now, but still, just add a bunch of flavor to a little bit to the chicken there. Good to go. Alright, there we got the burning. That does the blackening. I'm going to turn off the thing there. Yeah, still good enough. I'm going to put in some foil. Wrap it up. Get that off the heat. Just wrap it up in foil so it holds onto that heat, and that the juices can redistribute and hopefully soak up a little bit of that flavor from the black mint seasoning. Let's set that aside. Grab some basil off our last remaining basil plant. We're growing some new ones, so because we love fresh herbs. And the basil is going to add a whole bunch of flavor to this meal. One more. Okay. I picked all the stems off the basil. Then grab a knife. Take all the leaves, kind of nestle them inside of each other. Doesn't really matter if a big one or a small one. If you want a really big one on the outside, it helps you roll it up. Kind of roll it at an angle, just a little bit. And then cut into really thin strips. And you like these curls, then cut those up. Just a little bit. Okay, that's the basil for our sauce. Gonna add a little bit of onion. So it's gonna take some thin little slices. We're not gonna add much. Alright, this goes in. I never used onion before. I started using onion a lot. In the beginning I would put a towel over my face and I'd use gloves, but I pretty much got it down now. Onion ain't that bad. You can wipe it off your fingers. You can get that smell off, and it just adds such good flavor. Alright, now I want these onions to really dissolve into the sauce, so I'm going to chop them up really fine. Alright, got a clove of garlic. We get peeled, all ready to go garlic. And you can see this root end, right? You want to split down there so the root holds on. But cut it in two. Then you can use the side of your cutting board. Make one cut. Then the rest you kind of just have to feel. But try to get a couple cuts in there. So you've layered it into like 3 or 4 layer cake. And then you just cut the little slits. I'm used to a different knife, but this one works good. Cut slits and then just rock. There you go, a bunch of minced garlic. Do one more. Leave the little stem bit there. Alright, we're ready for sauce.